Hey, I told you to exit, you stupid simulator. Yes.
Okay.
Are we live?
Yes. Yep.
All right. I'm trying to get a Android emulator to exit, and I think I did, so we are good to go. All right, folks, welcome to another Techopolis Live. I feel like we were just here, Taylor.
Oh, yes. I feel like we were too. I was
Yeah.
like, wait a minute. Yeah, I know.
We were here, what was it, Friday or Saturday? You know?
Saturday.
Yeah, so I'm Michael,
And I'm Taylor.
and we're here for another Techopolis Live episode. This is going to be an awesome one. I am recording from my M1 Max, and Taylor, you're on your M1, right?
Yep.
And it's pretty exciting, just the power of these computers. So let's get these ground rules going. We have chat going, so we hope you will join us in chat. So let us know your thoughts.
Let us know if you're here.
Yeah. And talk to us during chat. Ask us questions. Tell us things you want to know about, because we want to know.
Testing chat real quick, and it looks like my chat is broken. So,
Oh no,
I know. Okay.
that was pretty quick.
What?
Yep, I'm getting chat messages.
Alright, there we go. I think we got it figured out. Alright, folks. We're gonna get this thing going here, so.
Yep. I'm on a quiet 16-inch computer. This is strange. It rained here all day, so you may hear the sound of raindrops as they come off of our roof. And I love this great 1080p camera. It's awesome.
Guess I'm tweeting YouTube from my new company channel. I guess that's what it's decided to do. So
Yep.
go
Cool
check
stuff.
that out. It's CA Branding.
Yep. It's awesome. Cannot wait for you to start having videos show up there.
Yes. Okay. I think that went out to Twitter. And yeah.
All right. So, welcome everyone again. This is we're back to our regular Wednesday nights.
We are.
So it's kind of exciting. I'm really excited about this. And what I'm really excited about, how do I sound, Taylor?
You sound really good.
Do I? Great. And you're
Yeah.
on your internal as well.
Yep.
And you have original audio on, right?
I sure do.
Yep. So we both do. This is kind of exciting, folks, because I'm not having to lean over next to my computer to speak into my microphone. I'm just naturally here on my M1 Max's mic, the studio mics. And I'm going to go back and check this out after the show. So it's really exciting. We unboxed this. Oh, what happened?
I needed to check, make sure that everything went through. So I wanted
okay.
that way my phone wouldn't get in a video. I actually need to make sure that Twitter was updated.
Ah, gotcha. So, we are, we have, all these cool microphones. We've got a cool tech. So last Saturday, after I got my M1 Max, I went and I returned to both computers. So I am down to one Windows computer and one Mac again. It's kind of nice. And I'm sitting here back at my desk in my bedroom, and it's kind of nice just having one computer, I can game stream, I can do all the stuff, and I'm sitting back at a distance and I'm actually seeing my face, and it seems like it focuses better. It just really a nicer setup. in my opinion, compared to the Intel Mac. Just really cool. And of course, Taylor looks great on her camera and all that stuff. So, we're back. The nice thing is it's easier than ever because of how things are set up. It would be nicer if it wasn't as dreary outside because all the natural lights, this yellow, or all the light in here is this yellow light. I usually like to let sunlight in, but there's not much sunlight to let in. So, it is what it is, if you're in chat, say hello. It's been abnormally quiet tonight. We got a lot of new subscribers yesterday, and I attribute a lot of that to the pin link feature on Clubhouse.
Yes, I agree.
So, what are your thoughts on that, Taylor? What are your
I
thoughts
love
on
it. I got one new subscriber as well, and I think it's a really cool feature to highlight different things that maybe we're doing and try to get the word out. Right? I think it's a really cool feature.
Mm-hmm. So I really like that part of Clubhouse. And I also, going back to the topic of the M1 Max, I installed Club Deck, and that thing
Club
is
Deck,
cool.
Yep.
That thing is really cool on the
It
Mac.
is.
Because I could, with loop back, I could send audio in. And the cool thing is now with my game streams, you guys will actually see me on camera through my Minecraft streams. I'm really excited about that. And I could even send, if I do cloud gaming, I can send those games through or parallels. There's so many more streaming possibilities on this new computer compared to what I've had before. So
yeah, it's really awesome the possibilities that this computer opened up.
Yes, and so and Taylor, I'm sure eventually you'll be getting your own 14-inch or whatever you want.
Yeah, I'll probably get a 14-inch.
So it's pretty exciting, and I'm really excited for you to be able to play with a 16-inch and to unbox your own when you get it. So
yes,
they're just some of the best machines ever. So yeah, it's we've been playing games. I've been doing all this stuff, but I also, like I was saying, I went to the mall, traded in the two computers, and I got the Apple Care, so I have that. I got the Airpods third generation, and I got that new SSD that I talked about on that last stream that we did. And both of those things have been working great. I have installed over 300 gigs of games on that SSD, and there will be more to go on there that just haven't made it there yet. So it's pretty exciting.
That is awesome.
Mm-hmm. And I could even plug it into your Mac, or you could use it and get the Windows VM or anything else like that. And that's what's really neat.
Yes.
Activate one version of Windows, plug it into multiple computers.
That is pretty epic.
Mm-hmm. So Parallels really has done a good job of doing VMs. They just need to make it more accessible.
Yeah, their accessibility is very lackluster.
Only thing they need to do.
Yep.
So, man, it's a quiet night. Where's everybody?
I know. I don't know.
Nobody's in chat. Come on, chat. I am looking at you. Come on. We want to hear from you.
You might have to go post it on Discord, Michael.
Well, you know what? If people are responsible adults, they would like and subscribe and turn on notifications. Yeah, I know. I imagine that. Yeah, come on, guys. Come hang out with us. It's our usual time. We're here. So, do all the YouTube-y things. Come subscribe, turn on notifications, and come enjoy our Wednesday night while we come talk about tech. We have a lot of fun.
We do.
And we're back.
I said, and we do.
Yep. And, we haven't done this in a few weeks, so we're back. We've done some cool Minecraft and other streams, though, and the parallel stream was a lot of fun, us going back and forth.
Yeah, that was nuts. It was awesome.
Mm-hmm. And apparently, I saw that you cannot do optimized for a video clip if you allow multiple people to share screens at once.
I did see that too. Yep.
So, and that's what you have to do if you want people to be able to see your screen and stream good quality stuff. So it's kind of interesting.
It frankly stinks is what it does. It's very, it's like, come on, Zoom. We can do better than this.
Yeah, but I think their goal was just to make it, where you could share your screen for presentation, not for high quality video and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
They're probably using VNC. Actually, I bet that's what they're doing. Is
Probably.
Unless you check that option, they're not. I mean, they're just using VNC. I bet you that's what they're doing.
I bet you as well. I bet as well.
All right, chat. I've got a pop question for you. What's for dinner? Tacos? No.
No.
I'm not having tacos. I don't think, Taylor, you're having tacos.
Nope. I'm having some Wendy's and maybe some like a part of a sub. So, yeah.
Nice.
Kind of leftovers day, folks.
Yep. So, we've got the M1 Max, and one of the things that I found out is if you want to turn on the high power mode, you have to go to the System Preferences app. I'm wondering when they're going to rename that to Settings, just like the iPhone.
I know.
I think that's going to happen eventually.
I think so too. It's just a matter of when.
So you go to System Preferences, you go to Battery, and then you go to Power Adapter, and you change the option there from automatic to high power. And that's only on the 16-inch. And there's also a low power option as well that you could set it to for battery, which is really cool.
But that's only on the 16-inch?
Only on the 16-inch, apparently. You cannot get the high power mode on the 14-inch.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's because, it has that extra battery on the 16-inch to really, boost for the performance. And what it does is it does turn on the fans and make it, work extra hard while you're doing things. So,
yeah, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, that's justifiable.
So yeah, it's very interesting.
Yeah.
All right. So, there's that, and I did do a test on automatic on battery, and I was able to get 4 hours, a little over 4 hours out of the computer running Zoom, not Zoom, but Zoom for a little bit.
You were running Zoom. Some of the time.
Xcode.
Discord.
Yeah, Xcode, Discord, VS Code, and Android Studio, and 2 simulators, an iPhone and an Android sim. Got about 4 hours, and it was down to 13%, but I also keep my monitor brightness at pretty high.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, since I unplugged the computer, we're at 83%. And I unplugged it about, 30 minutes ago. That's not the best battery life.
No, it really isn't.
But of course, I do have Google Drive going, Zoom's going, and I wonder if Parallel Toolbox is taking up a lot of resources.
Yeah, I think it is.
Of course, I have Chrome. I have a few. I have Android Studio going, Xcode's running, and VS Code is all still running. So it's there's a lot of things that go into how fast this thing runs. Now I could change it to low battery mode, and that would really slow it down. But the hello, welcome to chat. We're glad we have the lone person listening, because we chat's been rather quiet tonight. So, But yeah, it's nice that the fans aren't running. I think that would make the power consumption go way up.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think, it all depends on what you're trying to do. I watched a video earlier on YouTube about they're doing a battery test, and they kind of got the same as what you did.
Mm-hmm. I also watched a video. Apparently, Intel is at it again, making ads. They did like a 4-minute ad. I don't know how old this video was. Talking about all the stuff you could do with Intel computers, and it was a 4-minute ad, and it's like, guys, we understand that Intel, is trying to do something, but it's just getting to the point where Intel needs to just say, look, we're going to offer something different. Apple clearly is where they are on the processor game. So Intel needs to be able to say, we're going to offer something different.
And we need to step it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Not making jabs at Apple, because in truth, yes, Microsoft and Intel have some great stuff. They have 2-in-1s. They have tablets that are computers. That's all great. But man, they cannot do what an M1 Mac can do. They cannot do what an M1 Max Mac can do. And they know it, and it scares them. I mean, there's a lot of channels where you could go and watch all these great things, and just see all this stuff work. And, the crazy thing is, and the interesting thing for me, is this thing is approaching a 17-inch. It's 0.8 inches away from being a 17-inch computer. And it feels like one. It's a beast. It's a tank of a computer. And it's just easier for me to see things. It really is. It's the best Mac I've ever owned. And I say that every time, but this is true. Like, they kind of retroed the design to look like the old MacBooks, but with current specs and no touch bar. So, Taylor, do you use the touch bar on your machine?
I try to use it as little as possible.
So, how do you feel about VoiceOver with the touch bar?
Kind of a mess.
Kind of a mess?
Yeah.
See, one of the things that I've always heard, and I don't know if you've seen this, sometimes the touch bar will actually crash.
Oh, and that's probably what happened to me today. Probably.
And
I had so many problems today.
There will just be nothing on your touch bar. It'll be black. Like, the whole thing will just be no controls on it. And the only way to fix that is to restart the computer.
Yep. Mine definitely crashed today then.
Yep. And so I think it's a little ridiculous, you pay this good money for these things. And the funny thing is, it does that even on an M1 based computer. So,
I don't know. Very interesting.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. What are y'all's What are y'all's thoughts of the M1 computers? Do you guys think they're cracked up to be? Would you buy one? I did try HDMI with it yesterday, and that was kind of weird. It
Did
moved
that not
everything
work
around
too
in
well?
the wind. Yeah, it kind of moved everything around visually on the screen. So I'm like, all my zoom controls went different places, and it's like, whoa, weird.
Well, that's not very convenient at all.
And then I finally got OBS, Streamlabs OBS set up yesterday. So now I could play Minecraft on the best computer to play games on, even though it's a Mac. I mean, yes, there are some... I did see some benchmarks of 150 watt 3080 cards that can still outdo the Mac, but man, those things are like almost desktop sized computers, and their power, I think they have to have 2 power bricks.
Wow.
So we got a question, do I still have issues with gaming? I really don't have a lot of issues. I cannot play a lot of DirectX 12 games, but there are ways around that, and I'm actually going to be looking at all the different methods. I played some Xbox Cloud Gaming today, and that was really nice. There was some lag and some stutter on Wi-Fi, but it was doable. Not great, but doable. So I want to
Okay.
try. I want to try Google Stadia next, and see how that goes. I've got a few games on there, so I might give that a go and see how they perform. And I know Nvidia has one, and so we'll see how they all go.
Yeah. I mean, it'll be interesting to compare them.
hmm but otherwise, we have Parallels where I could play pretty much all the other games that I have, and then there's a lot of Mac games that have made it over. Minecraft can run in the fabulous graphics setting, which is pretty incredible. Although Minecraft and Zoom and Minecraft and a few other programs will spin up the fans on this thing at that level, so that's pretty interesting.
And
Um,
it will drop frames if you don't.
yeah, and especially at the beginning, whenever it's loading everything up, it will drop frames.
Yep.
Um, but also, if you don't press the right setting in Zoom, it'll drop frames there too. So yeah, that's fun.
So we have that. It's always a great time.
And then Loopback and Audio Hijack work perfectly well on it. So
What was
the only
that
thing,
tweet you sent out earlier? You said something about I won't be using the beta because of what? I saw a part of
so
that tweet.
I was saying in my last tweet that I will not be installing the beta of macOS on my M1 Macs because Audio Hijack and Loopback do not work in the betas.
Correct.
So I will probably use a VM or something similar.
So you're gonna have a VM.
Whenever the betas come out next year, yeah. But
Yeah,
you
that
know
wouldn't
what?
be a bad idea.
I mean, I would like them to do a bug fix version next year.
Yeah, that would be really nice. We got a lot of bugs this year.
hmm So yeah, there might be a few issues. Fantastic Wit 84 says with a lot of controls and
Streamlabs.
scenes in Streamlabs, but yeah, I haven't played with it that much. It looks pretty okay, but I'm just gonna have to play with it some more. One of the things that I do not like though is that I do have to keep I do have to go in and one thing I don't like is that with Loopback, I do have to go and turn on specific monitors for my headphones or speakers that can't do a smart determination of what device should be used because my if I'm using my headphones, it thinks there's going to be an external microphone when there's not, and so I have
That
to go
is a
select MacBook.
shame.
Yeah, so I have to go select MacBook Pro microphone. So that's kind of a meh.
That's a shame.
hmm So, um, so that's a good bit about the M1 stuff. What do you got, Taylor?
Well, I mean, let's see. About the whole Parallels thing. Parallels, I had a cluster uh, with Parallels. Basically, what happened is I was trying to control Doug Oliver's computer through NVIDIA Remote on Parallels. Let's just say that didn't go all that well. Basically, what ended up going down was that because of the stinking touch bar, I couldn't use my function keys. And I can't control the computer for NVIDIA Remote. And I ended up muting myself in the process like 4 or 5 times. So I was pretty impressed with that. So, and of course, NVDA wasn't working on the web. It was just, I couldn't even move my arrow keys or anything. So, that's that.
Yeah, you would probably have to use like Zoom or something like that.
Well, remember, I can't use Zoom with any screen reader. So we
That's
determined that you
right.
can't,
Yeah. The only thing that you might be able to do How did you connect to his computer with Parallels?
Well, no. I use Windows through Parallels, but I had so many issues with Parallels, like not taking
Oh, yeah, that's
keys,
right. Mm-hmm. NVDA remote.
Yep.
Yeah, you probably would have had to restart your computer to get your touch bar to work again.
Which then I did, and then it muted everything, and oh my goodness gracious, I had a heck of a time. So.
Yeah, it's difficult. And then there is a way, though, on your computer, and this might be actually beneficial for you. You can actually go set the touch bar to just be the F keys.
Right, which is what I had what I tried to do, but apparently the settings never saved or something, so we just got a bunch of that.
It's kind of weird. My favorite thing on this new machine, and I think you would love it too, I could just find my escape key, count over to F6, and I now have focus mode turned on all my devices. I love that. Love it, love it, love it. So, like anything on the internet, my computer has just told all of my devices, my iPhone, my watch, my iPad, my iPod, or anything I've forgotten, to go on silent on Do Not Disturb.
Huh.
It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And you know what else I love? Is these things called volume keys. I missed my volume keys.
Yeah, that's definitely very important to have. Although I just had to use a voiceover command to increase volume.
Yeah, and see, that's the nice thing is that VoiceOver does have those volume keys.
But still, by the way, Michael, you are like half in stereo and half in not. Really weird. So,
really?
Yeah. Like every other word or so would be in stereo. It's really weird. So, I don't know about that, y'all.
Fantastic Wit 84 says she'll enjoy customized focus once she finishes setting that up. Yep. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know why. I wonder if Zoom doesn't have, or there's something with the mics on this new computer that are not quite in stereo. Or they're in stereo, but they're not always in stereo. So that's interesting.
I don't know. It's a little bit funny.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, great question. We got a question asking, what's the difference between Techopolis, IACast, and Taste Tech Talks? Techopolis is kind of our project to do more advanced and fun stuff that we want to do, as far as gaming, as far as development, as far as just anything to celebrate that which is tech. IACast is a more accessibility-focused podcast, whereas Taste Tech Talks, you do more of your own stuff. Like you express a lot of your...
it's my personal channel.
Yep. And now you have TA Branding, which is your business channel, your company channel.
Yep.
So that, if you find that up in the chat, I would go and subscribe to that as well. And I have a personal channel as well where I under Michael Doey's, where I have some short videos and things like that I've posted, but I do most of my stuff here on Techopolis. Techopolis is actually, for people that don't know, it originated as the name of my home Wi-Fi, and it's, it originates from two words, technology and the word metropolis. So that's, I put the two words together, and that's how we got it, a community of people that love tech. So that's how that came about. I will say Google Chrome on here runs really well, and I'm sure it works well on your computer, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
And with how Safari's been lately, it's not a big deal.
I mean, Safari's been a disgraceful mess.
Yeah. And, it's weird because I didn't think I would like the notch on this computer. But, the one thing about the notch is it kind of tells me where I need to look. To look at my camera. I kind of like that. So I can focus on the notch. I really think that's for somebody low vision like myself, it's very nice, very useful.
That is a very interesting use case.
Mm-hmm. And I bet, I mean, with even though you have less vision than I do, I bet you'll be able to see the notch.
Probably.
So yeah, I do wish though there was more iOS apps available in the Mac App Store. I think people aren't utilizing that as much as they could.
No.
But it's nice that it's there. And the neat thing is, it's a cool way to debug your app because you could just pick to run on your Mac.
Yep. Definitely a cool way to do it.
Yeah. And here's the thing. Apple has Apple has realized that they need to backpedal on a lot of things. And I think they have. I think they've done some great work in the last 2 years on making Pro machines Pro again.
Yep. And I did edit the unboxing video, so that is on today's Tech Talks.
Yep.
So go watch that. It has timestamps and everything.
So, believe it or not, the new Macs have a notch, just like the iPhones. So it goes over the menu bar, or when you're zoomed in, it actually moves the menu bar below the notch, which is great. I think how they handle that is great. It looks different. It looks weird, but that's what they had to do. So I love it. It makes it easier for me to focus on the screen. And it's just a very nice experience. The speakers are great. And I have not tried putting in an SD card on the right side. I've tried pretty much everything else, though, and it all works extremely well.
Okay.
So, do you have anything else that you've been working on or that you've been doing, Taylor? So, real quick, we do have a question. When we stream the IACast show, it's on Sundays, and we will be streaming one this weekend.
Yep, every other Sunday, 4:30 Central.
Yep. 3:30 Central.
I'm sorry. Y'all, time zones. They're absolutely awful. Okay?
Yep, they are. They are.
Oh my goodness gracious. It's like you accidentally converted to my... It's just... I hate time zones.
So what do you have going on, Taylor? What else have you not mentioned that you wanted to bring up?
Well, I've been messing with GitHub Copilot a little bit more. I've got a video on that on my Taste Tech Talks channel under the programming experiments. I have been doing a lot of promotion, and we did some Q&A with Taze. We did one on Monday, and doing some Clubhouse rooms. We've just kind of been all over the web.
Yep.
Right?
We tried a Twitter space earlier today, and it was pretty fun. One problem I have with Twitter spaces is you cannot play other audio while you're in a space, so that's kind of boring.
Yeah, it's boring. Yep.
There's no equivalent to Club Deck for Twitter Spaces that I know of, and you cannot use it on the computer like Discord. You can use it's all cross-platform. So I think they're the ones who have it the closest to being right.
Yep.
So that's my thought on the Spaces stuff. But, Spaces had a lot of potential because if people have a big Twitter following, you could just say, okay, I will, follow the people that are doing this space, and then you could get more people.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just my thought on that. And then I guess the Windows 11 drama continues.
Oh, great. Yeah, always. There's always something new.
So, a lot of people feel like they were forced to Windows 10. I embraced it, and I'm like, yay, Windows 10. Let's do this.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
And I'm kind of the same way about Windows 11, but I know a lot of people aren't. And I know a lot of people would like to get it, but...
They can't.
They can't. Because
or there are people like us who are on Windows 365.
Mm-hmm. Who can't get it if you're not on the Enterprise plan. But... Also, the issue is now Windows 10 is downloading the Fantastic Wit 84 says she absolutely refuses to update to Windows 11 right now, and I totally understand. Let them get all the bugs out. But right now, what they're doing is they're forcibly installing the Windows 10, Windows PC help checker. Is that, yeah, health checker. Yeah, and it basically checks to see if your computer can run Windows 11. Now, they've already changed the requirements of what will be required to run Windows 11 several times. A million times, yeah. But now they are changing the requirements to say whatever our machine learning top model machine learning algorithm thinks will run on Windows 11 will allow to run on Windows 11. In other words, let's take the liability off the people at management and put it all on a machine learning algorithm.
That's crazy.
And then, not only that, but this PC health check tool is an update, a KB update. I don't remember the number. But if you go to uninstall it, the Windows will say, hey, that update's missing, and they'll try to reinstall it again.
Yep. So no matter what, folks, you can't get rid of it.
Yeah. It's just a kind of a mess. And Microsoft is really, a lot of people are really looking at Microsoft right now and saying, do I want to stay on the Windows platform? And I can't blame them.
No, me either.
I mean, you already have Macs that can do all they can do. You have Linux is becoming more popular because of Android. And, you got Chromebooks, iPads, you got all these options to say, I don't need a PC anymore. I can do all this stuff in other places.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of just, people have options now. And I think people are realizing I don't have to stick with what, is what I've used forever. I can try these other things. I mean, if it wasn't for what I have to do or what, games, if there were all the games on the Mac, I would be on a Mac all the time. I wouldn't have Windows.
Well, do you think you can get rid of your gaming PC by doing other methods?
There's still a few games that I cannot play exactly on here. And they don't have them in cloud gaming. But I think eventually, that's going to happen.
Well, assuming that your gaming PC can last that long.
Yeah, it's making a weird noise. It's not. Yeah. It's kind of concerning.
Is it the hard drive?
No, it's it's either the GPU or CPU fan.
Oh, great. Yeah, you could always install the betas on an external SSD, yeah.
Yep, that would work too. Actually, I think Steam VR would, if I use Parallels, would actually probably work on this machine.
Probably.
But yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't know. I've never used VR. I've never had the glasses, but I'd love to check them out. That's been something I've always wanted to try. And, like I've talked to you before about, I'm going to let you try on the Patriot Viewpoint when you're here, Taylor, and we'll see what you can see with those.
Yeah.
That'll be neat. But for sure, the games are what keep me in Windows. That's it.
That's it, yeah.
How do you mean with not the additional components? I think it just depends on what they need. It does have the graphics capabilities, but I don't know if it would detect that it's not a Windows computer. Although I think,
Mm-hmm.
don't they work with Linux? I think the Steam VR works with Linux. So if it does, there might be some ways to get that to work. But it might also be looking for an Intel architecture. So I don't know.
Lots of variables there, folks.
Yep. Usually, if there's a will, there's a way. But
Yep.
it just depends on how much will you want to put into making that way work.
Oh yeah.
You know. So, yeah, that's kind of the big things that's been going on. They did announce the Pixel 6 from Google. We didn't really talk about that much. I'm not that excited. Especially with hearing the microphone on the Pixel and the speakers
Yeah.
and all that, it's just not that great. Windows 11 and Windows 10 are about as accessible as each other. I don't think there's much of a difference. Would you say,
No.
Taylor?
No, there really. I mean, there are. I do have to admit there are a few like more accessibility fixes in Windows 11, but the general accessibility framework is kind of the same.
And I kind of feel like they could have done that in Windows 10, let's be honest. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. Who knows? And honestly, I think right now Microsoft and Intel are so partnered up, and they're making a mistake because I think Intel's asked them not to have any exclusives and those kind of things with Apple. I don't know that for sure, but
No, me either.
it feels like that, and
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
That could be a big
Microsoft is
mistake.
really hurting themselves by doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Windows 11 does work better with virtual desktops and cloud apps, but that's just in general. It's not really
Yep.
an accessibility specific thing.
Correct.
But,
Yep.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm glad that chat has livened up a bit since we got started.
I am too.
That's
And if you're
really
not
awesome.
subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel.
Yep. I'd like to get us up to 80 here before too long, and that's pretty awesome that we're, getting up as high as we are. So I'm very happy about that. And Taylor said we're now searchable. I can still type it in. I don't find it, but it's cool that our videos are coming up when you type in Techopolis.
Oh yeah.
But no, the cool thing about YouTube, there's so much great content out there. There really is.
There is.
And especially Taylor's channel. Her channels are awesome. So if you have not checked them out, go check out Taylor's channels. So I guess I'll talk about real quick the AirPods 3. I got those. And, I have the AirPods Pro. I have the AirPods 2nd Gen. I'm not looking back. The third generations are the best. Best sounding, best fitting for me. I've got big ears, so they fit really well compared to the other ones. The left one still always feels like it's going to fall out, but that's just because of the shape of my ear, but yeah. And we'll find out in December, or whenever you get here, which AirPods fit you the best.
Yep.
Well, I think I've gone through everything I wanted to talk about.
I've
What
gone
about
through
you?
everything I want to go to too, so.
All right. We ready to wrap up, I think?
Yep.
Well, cool. Well, chat, I thank every one of y'all for being here. It's been awesome to have y'all. We'll be back next week with another episode of Techopolis Live. And here pretty soon, won't be too many more weeks, we're going to be in person.
Yeah, we're going to be in
Doing this.
Austin.
So that'll be fun to figure out the camera situation.
Oh, goodness gracious. That'll be interesting. I don't know how we're going to do that.
Mm-hmm. I don't quite get that last chat message, but...
I don't have a TikTok. if that's what you're
Yeah.
asking.
Yeah. She has TA Branding, which is our new business
Channel.
channel on YouTube, but she does not have a TikTok just yet. Um, but yeah, and I think you're already on her channel, so
Yeah. I don't know if you're subscribed, but you're already
you've already chatted
my.
on there before.
Yeah.
So,
So are you? Yeah.
but yeah, just turn on notifications at here and on Taylor's Tech Talks, and we will be putting up more content.
Yep.
All right, you got any final things you want to share, like contact info or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, today's Tech Talks, tastechtalks.com. We've got a new membership system you all should go check out. Built it with WordPress. And then we've got tailораccess.com for the company site.
Yep, and if you're here, you're already. Ooh, we got some chats.
Yep.
We do have each other's channels on featured channels, I believe.
We do.
Yes.
Yes.
Or at least in my channels list. I don't know if I have it in featured. I don't know if I set that up or not. But you can go and see the channels we're subscribed to from each other's channels.
Yes, I do make all my subscriptions public.
Yeah, me too. So check that out, and it's awesome stuff. And so yeah, if you found this channel, you found me. I'm Mike Doey's on Twitter and Techopolis OS on Twitter. Yeah, Techopolis Online I think would be a little long. But an easy way to find this channel is to go to techopolis.online/YouTube. That will always take you there. And oh yeah, that was one last thing. Buying a security certificate for a year was fun, but it was a pain to set up. So we may talk about that on another video.
Yeah, it might be another part of another episode.
Yeah. How to get a year-long or multi-year security certificate instead of using Let's Encrypt. So we'll talk about that. I think it'll be fun. There's so many things that we do, and but I have to be honest, I'm getting hungry. So
I'm too.
So I think we're going to go ahead and go get food. But and no, Michael B, if you're here, it's not going to be tacos.
And we are going to be on Clubhouse as well. So.
Yep. So it's been great being here, folks. Thank you all for joining us, and tell your friends. We want to get both of our channels up, more and more people.
Yep.
So we will be back with more content next week. And I'll be streaming as we go along, and who knows, we may do a surprise episode this weekend. You never know with us.
Yeah, so you might just want to subscribe, turn on notifications, turn on tweet notifications too. All the things.
All the things. All the things are more important than all the stuff.
Yep.
All right, folks. We will see you next time, and keep